No, we say that don't take your wife's money as
No.
your.
I think that is the day I will change the credentials.
No.
So they're the ones sending to the asset recovery.
Yes.
If they fail to find the right owner, yeah, they forward the money to the asset recovery.
This is a fantastic conversation that we are having today. It is one of the conversations that is quite debated about. What do we mean by holistic life or holistic living?
And I just want to put it, I don't want to go with maybe a dictionary, Cambridge dictionary definition.
Okay.
But I just want to put it in a layman's language. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So, if we say holistic, just from the term whole, yeah, it's something encompassing all the elements.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I can also relate it with there's another term.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say a synonym. Is it a synonym?
Yes.
Okay.
A word that mean the same.
Yes. That means the same with that. Eh?
Yes.
So if you say holistic, I can also relate it with integrity or integral. Not integrity, but integral. Eh?
One.
So one, like encompassing, okay, the all elements. Eh? Yeah. So to bring it to the context of this program, all these sessions that we'll be having, all this conversation that we'll be having. So holistic living means that you are going to move or you are going to live with all these elements.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
These elements of life.
Are you going to tell us the elements?
Yes, elements. We are actually having the 5 pillars, if I don't call them elements.
Mm-hmm.
We have 5 pillars. One of them, I can say family.
Family.
Okay? Yes,
correct.
family.
Family.
So that means when you are growing, you're supposed to grow your family. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Another one is friendship.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are growing, you're supposed to also grow your friendship. Okay? You have to, the way you will calculate, you will cultivate your family. Also be sure that you are cultivating your friendship. Another one is finances. Okay? Yes. So you also have to grow your finances. You need to grow financially. You need to do investments. Yeah.
Money is very important.
Yes, you need to plan for unforeseen circumstances. Or we say that rainy days. You have to plan for that.
Okay.
Then that is the third one.
Yes.
The fourth one, I can talk about fitness.
Fitness.
Are you fit like now?
Mm-hmm.
If something happens, can you throw something?
Will you jump and
Can you throw a punch? Eh?
Uh-huh.
Can you jump even from second floor to? That is fitness. Eh? How fit are you? Yeah?
Okay.
So there under fitness we'll talk about what are the kind of food you're supposed to be consuming.
In other words, you're talking about the health,
Yes.
well-being.
Health well-being. Fitness. How are you fit health-wise? Yes. Then the final one.
We've talked about finances, we've talked about
Friendship.
family, we've talked about friendship, we've talked about fitness, and now we talk about faith, a very
Yes.
important component of
In fact, that is the one area which is highly underestimated, but it's very, very powerful. It's very, very powerful.
we live, currently we are living in a very, the world we are having today is very, very dynamic to a point that we have different belief systems, but at least in whatever thing we are handling, whether you're believing or not believing, but at the same time you are believing.
You have to believe.
So
There is something, even that anything that you can't like you can't see it physically, you have to believe in it. There must be even the ideologies. There are ideologies that you have to believe in. Yes.
There's a term that is used to define believing getting me? It's like you're believing. Okay, in other words,
You must
have
believe.
to believe.
Because
Yes.
even if you go to contrary to something,
You are believing.
then you are
the
believing
contrary
you are
of-
believing in that contrary.
Yes.
Right.
There's a term. You can write for us in the comment section. Remind us of that term. There's a term that defines that.
Oh,
I'm just forgetting about it. But there is, yeah. So you are saying we have to have a belief. So what we are having belief in, are we trying to, when we talk about faith, are we narrowing this to the belief in the supernatural being, like any supernatural being that any human being
Yes,
can
yes,
believe
yes,
in,
absolutely.
regardless on where you are,
Yes.
religion is, or
Yes.
whatever you believe.
Yes.
But generally, in other words, you have.
There must be something you are believing in, the supernatural being that you pray to. Yes. When when you are in a difficult situation, there must be a way. Eh? When now you believe that no any human being can help you. Okay. Now there must be a way, yeah. Like that thing is in your subconscious mind. Yeah? It just come without you even stressing. It just come out automatically. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like we just mentioned, so the 5 pillars, that's what is going to make the holistic living.
Financial or finances.
Finances,
Family. Friendship. Faith.
Yes,
Fitness.
and fitness.
Health. Well-being.
You
Wow.
must have all of them, and you will find that people are really struggling to handle this thing.
Oh.
Let me just give you an example how this usually contradict each other. And I just want to give you a contradiction between two. That is family and finances.
Complicated in its own way.
Very complicated. Because you need to go to work so that you can provide for your family. That is finances. Then at the same time, your family needs your attention. So even sometimes some people are cheating. And when you ask them, why are you cheating? And the men are asking, I've been providing for you. Why are you cheating? They say attention.
Yeah,
So what is that?
Okay, the men will be like, but I go outside there to work all that I can to make sure that I provide the necessary stuff that you can get, right? Then on the same hand, the lady will respond by saying, well, I don't dispute that, but the attention.
Yes.
We have less attention that we receive from you.
Yes.
So in that case, it brings the complication between handling the finances and the family. But let's talk about family. Let's talk about family for today.
So for
Let's-
today, we are just, by the way, we are just giving a background. We are just giving a summary of what we are going, so that our listeners or our viewers can be able to know the direction we are headed. Yeah?
Correct.
And this thing is a very big area. It's a very big. We have a lot to discuss. Yeah? So for today, even family alone, we cannot talk. It's a very huge thing. Yeah?
Yes.
So I just want us to at least maybe just have a debate on one particular element of family, and there is this particular we say how can I say it? Is it can I say is it nini? This point whereby you don't know where to lean on. What's the best word to describe that?
That you don't know.
I'm just forgetting about the term, but it's a point whereby you are in a suspense, or how do you call it?
Is it limbo? Should you put it a limbo?
That's so complicated. That's so complicated. That's so complicated. There is a simple term here. A dilemma.
Okay, a dilemma.
Yeah, that's what I was
A
looking.
dilemma comes when you have so many choices to choose.
You can
from.
even have two.
Okay, yeah.
Strong one. You can even have two. Strong one.
That's-
Either to vote for this or vote for this. And you don't know the outcome. So that's a dilemma that this one is now coming. Now, this element I want to talk about. This, we are now in a family. Okay? Now, being that you're in a family, and there is this idea, your wife is working and you are also working. So is it a nice idea? Are you of the support of the motion that you are supposed to share bank account, and not just sharing bank account, sharing the details, even if you're maintaining your bank accounts, but sharing the details, passwords, and all that? Are you of that notion or not? These are very, very.
It's one of the most interesting topics, actually. It's something that almost by the way, give us your opinions, your views, whether family, that is the husband and wife, should share the same bank account,
or if not even sharing the bank account itself, they can maintain their banking, their respective bank accounts, but sharing the details.
So in other words, you're saying, let's
you can access that bank account.
I'm banking with bank A.
Yes.
My wife is banking with bank B.
Yes.
But I know all the credentials.
Yes.
About my wife's bank B.
Yes.
And my wife knows all credentials about my bank A.
Yes, and even in like in East Africa, we have this the M-Pesa thing, the mobile
money transfer.
The mobile money transfer.
Yeah.
Are you able to share the PIN, personal identification number?
Yeah, there are so many these mobile.
Yes.
Mobile,
are you willing to share that account like that? Your spouse can access that
the
account.
likes of PayPal,
yes,
Pesa, Momo. There's so many.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you willing to make sure?
Yes, that's the question.
Okay,
that is the point of dilemma.
Okay. What's your opinion there? Before we jump into this discussion, please tell us what you think about. The thing is, should you share your bank account details with your spouse? If you're a husband, should you share that with your wife? If you're a wife, should you share that with your husband?
Now, what is your opinion?
Okay.
And don't lie to viewers.
No,
say your opinion. What you do, because I'll ensure that I follow up on that.
Okay. To begin with,
yes.
I wouldn't say there's a correct or a specific answer to that. It depends, because as we said, living the holistic life is quite challenging to some. The choice you're going to make here depends with the family itself. Let's say if I don't trust the financial management abilities of my wife, then it might be quite challenging for me to trust my wife with the details of my bank account. Because let's say if she's aware, currently we have these mobile applications on the website that you can just log in, draw. All I'll meet is just a notification that we've debited your
now,
bank.
Let me ask you, you are talking about financial management. Is it the financial management that you fear, or the risk?
But the management itself is a risk, because if you don't manage well, then we call that a risk. It now becomes a risk to me, right? It becomes a risk. So long as this...
Now, okay, to me, I think it's not about management. Because she has her own account. She can now this thing. Okay, even if your spouse knows your details, that is not a guarantee that she goes and withdraw.
But
she just know. Okay, the main reason, because me, if I am to support the motion of you sharing the bank credentials, is because of what can come. You can go outside there and get accident. Then the whole money is locked into your bank account, and you know how that process is very thorough. You have to go and look for the attorney and also go through the legal process also, that you can. So that is the only reason. That's the only reason. As to me, that is the only reason as to why I can allow my spouse to access my bank accounts.
Okay.
Because money is tempting. That is the only reason. Yes. But as to you are saying about financial management.
Let me tell you this. The rest I'm thinking in that dimension is, well, let's remove the death thing, because we don't know when and how.
Don't
right?
remove it. Do you know why you should not remove it? That is one of the most assured things.
But I don't want. Okay, yes, it is.
Yes.
But we don't know when, right?
So that is the risk.
There is
Because
a-
we don't know when. It can even happen tomorrow, and you did not share your details.
Okay.
Yes.
I may not really
Unless-
lean on that.
Unless you had a will.
Okay, let me tell you this.
Mhm.
Okay, I would, or it would be my. The choice of words here is also very critical. It would be my opinion, or it can, depending on the situation again, to share the same, not necessarily because of my unforeseen circumstances of either my demise, but I would first really emphasize on how my woman handles finances. You know why? Assume I'm gone. Let's use the scenario you're saying that I don't know the day that I'll encounter the same, right? Then I'm gone. If this lady is not good in managing the finances,
But there also, when we go to faith, we'll talk about that. You can know when you are going. Yes.
on the day that we're
Yes.
discussing,
Yes. You can know.
Right? Okay, let me not get into
Yes,
that.
but
It's
just
also a very
proceed.
interesting thing. I would really be interested. Have you seen these situations that you find families share banking details? Then you realize that your lady needs something, right? She simply goes, withdraws, debits your account,
Yes.
does the stuff that she needs, right?
Yes.
And then maybe to you that wasn't a necessity. You're like it's like a luxury.
Now let me ask you the question. By the time she's withdrawing from my account, her account is nil.
No, we say that don't take your wife's money as
No.
your.
No, that's the reason why she's working. Okay, if it is something that is going to pay the bills, the
That's-
bills of the house we are living in.
Let
that's
me give
okay.
you a simple situation. She wants to make her hair, dress her hair, or she has just she has seen a nice handbag on Amazon, and then she's like, let me pick this one, right? To you,
With my account,
Yes.
with my money, or with her.
yours.
But at that point, she has something in her account.
Yes. What will you do? Will you come and?
I think that is the day I will change the relationship. Because I think the ideal thing should be, or if it's about these recurrent bills, then it's not her in her position to maybe take care of that. I think I know of when I'm supposed to be paying rent, when I'm supposed to be paying the school fee for my children.
All these bills.
All these
that
bills that are recurrent, we know them, that we have to pay them. I'll do them. So the only bill which I cannot plan for is this mega stuff like meals. Maybe you cannot really know how about these meals, okay, or an emergency. Something like that, like the one you're mentioning. But then, if she's a good lady, she should know prioritize these things. Like, for example, if it's a handbag, how's that one really? And she has money.
That's how I was
She has
saying.
money in her account.
But they'll assume, or they'll say it's the responsibility of my husband. Eh?
No, to take care of bills in the house.
That handbag was necessary to me. To you it's not, but to me it is.
But she has a job and she has money in the account.
But it is the responsibility of my husband to do
what?
that. To provide for me.
Okay, before we move further. Okay, her money, what should her money do?
Her money. Anything else.
Which one?
Maybe she has
Because if
planned
this
that-
handbag now is going to be trespassing to my account, then
Because she has maybe done the calculation that she's like, she was also targeting another maybe iPhone. There's a
Now let me tell you the danger of doing that. Let us not mislead Okay, it is our opinion.
No, okay, we've not generally given the
Yes,
entire opinion.
but
It's just
I know your opinion might
discussion.
influence someone to take that
Mhm.
direction. But let me just put this clear. You see, when you have done some research, when you leave a lady that now your money is your money, do you know where that money goes? That money goes to their home. They send them back to their home. Okay? Send to them their mother, send to, not to your parents, back the other side. Or doing something the other side. So I guess you get my point.
Okay, would it be happy if it goes to your side instead of her side?
Hers or mine?
Yours. No, hers.
Hers.
Her money going to support.
But it's just nice, but I don't want it because do you know why? When problems come up.
Wow. By the way, that is also something that we also need to discuss about. Family
Because also it
is quite
depends,
interesting.
how did you find this lady? That's also a problem.
We didn't begin it right, or it wasn't part of the conversation today to discuss the
That
should I
process,
say
yeah,
the
I understand.
process of
Process of
meeting your spouse.
yes, how to do the selection and
The
all that.
ideal situation.
We'll do that
Mhm.
in future. But I'm just saying, assume that you did not do it right.
Mhm.
Which majority does?
Uh-huh.
Eh?
Mhm.
Yes, you did not do it right. Eh?
Mhm.
Then you go that direction. Then it's very dangerous.
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
when now things, when the male go bad,
Mm.
I think you will suffer.
Definitely.
Yes, everyone will know that, and you will, yeah.
They'll say, you know, I did this for you,
Yeah.
I did this to your brother,
I did this to your family, you know.
dad. Even
By that time you are down, you see what this happened. Eh?
Mm.
Yes, so that's why I rather just avoid that risk.
Mm.
Yes.
So what would you suggest that she do with her money?
So Harmony should take care of those personal things, like the handbags. If I buy with my money, it should be a surprise. You understand? Yeah, this simple things about maybe the earrings. Okay. Okay, clothing I can do, but that she can also meet some part, so that when I come up with clothing, it comes just as a surprise.
Mhm.
Yes. Then Harmony also she need to surprise me with a shirt or a watch or a vest or something like that. Just a surprise.
The car.
A car.
Mhm.
If she can manage. Now we have
Whoa,
different ladies.
That is a risk. I wouldn't accept that.
A car.
I wouldn't accept that. I wouldn't.
So if your wife gifts you a car, maybe your wife is a billionaire.
Uh-huh.
So the value of that car is not something.
Fine. Whose name is on the logbook?
You.
Okay, fine. If in the logbook.
If you are gifted, you have to. Your name is due to be
some
there.
people does it. Some people don't do that.
How is it mine?
They you're using it.
No, we have ownership and possession.
Well, so we assume that it's yours because you possess it.
No,
I've
we
bought
can.
it. I've brought it.
Okay,
Do you know why?
unless maybe to any other person who don't know the difference between possession and ownership.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When these things happen, remember the family is always normally stable during that time, and then we don't foresee any chance that anything can go haywire. So we don't think beyond the point that where's the logbook? I want to see whose name is on the logbook, and then if the name is
You should think that before even getting into marriage.
because I've seen people breaking up.
Yes.
Then after breaking up, the gift, particularly the car,
Mm.
because it's quite valuable, by the way. When they break up, if it was the man who bought the car for the lady, they'll possess back the car. If it's a lady, they'll do the same. So the argument normally is, by the way, tell us, suppose your wife buys you a car, whose name should be on the logbook? If your husband buys you a car, whose name should be on the logbook? Remember, the importance of whose name should be on the logbook defines the ownership. If my name is, if the husband's name is in the logbook, then it means regardless of whosoever produced or bought this,
Finance the purchase.
whosoever financed the purchase, the asset will, should we call it an asset or whatever?
It is,
Because
it
now
is
it
an
depends
asset.
with the usage.
No, it's asset. Under the general classes. Yeah, under general
Well,
classes. asset.
let's call it an asset. Whose name will be on the logbook defines the owner. So if it's the husband's name, whether it's the wife who financed the purchase, the husband will be the owner. If it's the husband who financed the purchase and the logbooks holds the wife's name, then the wife is the owner. So give us your opinion. What do you think? Again, if a surprise happens, normally it happens during birthdays and any special occasions. Your spouse is surprising you with a car whose name should be on the logbook. You'll tell us your opinion on that.
Yeah.
But as my opinion, back to the topic about finances. My honest opinion would be, let the spouse know. This is assuming that you started well. I'm assuming that during the selection and all that, you started well. My opinion would be, let the spouse know. Because as you're saying, any unforeseen circumstance can happen. And when such happens, I've seen so many families losing that within a specific period of time if you don't follow up, or maybe you didn't even know.
Yeah, assets.
Because maybe
Assets in the context of Kenya, the assets usually go back to the asset recovery. Yeah.
You see, because probably the husband may have 4, 5 accounts, bank accounts, right? And then the wife is only aware of 2. In the process or in the event that we lose this husband, the wife may follow up the 2, right? And remember, there are 2 that she didn't know. After a particular period of time, this money will be asset recovery institution, depending on your location, will have to recover this money.
Yeah,
So
it's the financial institution when they attempt to reach out to you.
yeah, of course, there's a process, right?
Yes, there's a process.
Before the asset recovery.
So they're the
comes.
ones sending to the asset recovery.
Yes.
If they fail to find the right owner, they forward the money to the
Sure.
asset recovery.
But there's due diligence they do probably.
Yeah. They
Somebody is jail.
Yes.
They try all the ways to make sure they reach you out.
So you are advising that that's your opinion.
Yes, that's my opinion.
Okay.
The spouses should know all. But now where discipline comes is, as you were saying, I may know that my wife has this particular amount of money, but I may not have the audacity to just go and debit the account without our consent.
By the way, I was forgetting about something very important. This is the main thing we should talk about. Not even should you tell your wife the salary you are earning? The amount of salary you are earning.
Let's leave that for another debate.
Okay.
Let's leave that.
Okay, then.
We've already discussed 2 critical decisions here, or critical points.
Now, so your opinion is?
My opinion is, let the spouse know. But now, that's where the discipline comes to debit, because the only risk there about knowing is debiting the account. The temptation might be there. Maybe there's something I need to do, but I can't. My finances can't reach the expectation. Then I may be tempted to debit the spouse account to do whatever I needed. But to my opinion would be, it's fine. Let the spouse know. But now the discipline comes on the withdrawal or on the debit. The spouse should not debit the other spouse account without her or his consent or his awareness. If it has to be, please just let your spouse know that there's ABCD, I want to do and this is what I have, and so please, if it's good with you, you can support me with this, I do this. You get? That's my opinion.
Okay, so will you allow me to also say my opinion?
Yes, please.
Because me, I'm holding a contrary opinion to yours.
Tell me.
Now, I have 2 ways to go about this. One, which is one of the safest, is to don't share the details, but have a will, have your lawyer, okay? So in that will, include all the assets that you're having, okay, and ensure that you keep on updating this will. So in the, even if you die, in essence that you die, yeah, be very sure that you choose a good lawyer, because the lawyer will have the power. Yes, so choose a good lawyer. So this, and always update your will. Maybe you can update it yearly or annually or semi-annually, or whichever way you like it. So I think that is the safest way, because when you have your will, the will is speak on your behalf. And will also give the disclosure of all the assets that you are holding at that particular, as at that time. Yes, as at the time that it was last updated. Yes. So that is one opinion. Have the will. That is one of that is to me that is the best. That is the best and safest way to handle this thing. This case. The reason why I'm supporting this, most of us don't choose right. Okay? Most of us are really usually get indulged into relationship. They get attracted with the physical appearance without looking they go. Okay, men specifically men tend to be attracted to the physical.
Okay, in regards to that, we should not just tie it down to men, because it goes also with the women. We know women choose upwards.
Okay,
right?
Okay, men. I'm very specific. I'm saying that men go with the physical, what they can see. Okay, but for the female, they go with what they hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that's why even nature, nature makes it that way, so that you approach a lady, and you start sending vibes, and those vibes are words, so they listen. When your vibes is better than someone's else vibe, or someone who came prior, or someone who currently own or currently in a relationship with her, then you win. Then when it is when it's inferior to the other person, then you lose. So that tells it, that's an evidence that ladies tend to hear the vibes.
I don't dispute that.
Then men tend to look at it. They look at specific things through the physical. Then from there they approach you. Then from there, so the most diligent men will now start digging into character. But the first thing is the physical impression. Definitely. So for the men,
even the ladies, I believe so, because even the lady, you see, before a lady gives you a listening ear, by far the first thing also is your appearance. So they'll also tend to. But
I try to contradict that, because I've seen somebody that even you personally, if you look at them, you say, how did this happen? How did this happen? So that one.
That's okay. There's a saying that says
no,
lies on the eye.
Okay, if you start arguing in that direction, we will not reach a consensus. So what I'm just trying to mean, let's just use the more evident one. Like for example, I'll say for the men, they go for what they see. Okay. Then for the ladies, they listen. Okay. So the other one will come for the ladies. Now the physical one will come later.
Okay, let's just assume that that's the thing. But I know if we start digging that, we'll also tackle that when we're now discussing about that selection, the process of selection. It's quite interesting as well. We'll discuss that deeply. But you were saying.
So I was saying a point
that you write a will that is supposed, because majority don't start well.
They don't start well, and even they don't know that they did not start well. So they only understand that they did not start well when now things are now sour.
I see that one of the ways that you can tell somebody didn't start well is you see things all over the internet. This fight, this quarrel, somebody stabs the spouse, the house is burned, kids are killed. There's a lot that happens when you don't start well.
Yes.
But now back to this meaning.
Yes.
You said in the process. Yes. That you didn't start well, or we are working with an assumption that.
So if you don't know, you are not sure whether you started well or not. So go the will way.
Okay.
Yes, have a will.
Okay. Okay.
Because don't stand a chance of, because you see these ladies are sometimes smarter than us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they will start doing some things underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or behind your back. You will not know if you are not that keen enough, because men sometimes tend to get confused with love. Yeah, so ladies, they know how to use that well. Okay,
Yeah.
so long as you went for something,
It
and the
is
lady knows
evident.
very well what you went for.
It's
Yes.
evident, even if you
Yes.
look at history.
Yes.
There's a lot of that
Yes.
can explain that.
Yes. So what you do, go the whale way.
Okay.
Then
Second.
second one, now is now your point. Okay. Second one is now your point, but to me it's very risky.
That's why I said,
Yes.
if you go to me well, I say, working with an assumption that you chose well. That's, to me, I'm assuming you chose well.
That assumption. You know, you are assuming this is your life.
Yes.
You are joking. You're assuming this is your life. You're assuming. You are assuming.
But why would I not if I know I started well?
Okay.
Okay, do you believe that somebody can start?
Yes, you can. Personally, personally, I can't fail to start.
So
well.
if I don't want to throw this at
Don't
you.
throw it. Just leave it hanging.
okay, I don't want to throw it at you, but well, there are two. That the two works very fantastically. The will work with so many.
Yes.
Some people don't.
But
they don't really
let me
know.
say this. Don't. Okay, ladies are very technical. Do it in a smart way. Don't tell the lady that, you see, now I'm going the whale way because I don't trust you.
No.
Of course, the lady will ask you why.
No.
Don't you trust me?
There's a saying that also it's I know you are familiar with, that says if you want to keep a prisoner, don't let the prisoner know that they're in prison.
So what do you mean?
Should they know
They are
that they're in
prisoners.
prison? No, that's an analogy that I'm using. Should they know that they are in prison, definitely they'll start working their ways out of the prison and they'll create chaos.
Yes.
You get? So in this context, not trusting the lady is the prison or
Now,
the husband.
The
is
best way to do this thing, even the time you are starting, you should tell the lady I have a will. This is how I've been doing the thing. So it become a culture.
or with the fear that some, you see,
You will only
like,
fear when you are living holistically. You will not fear anything.
True.
You will not fear
You won't.
anything
You won't fear.
because you understand the family. You understand the relationship. You understand all these things. So there is no any point that something will conflict. So why should you fear?
But that is also, it's, you see, it makes me ask you again about the will thing, because if you go that way,
So
it
many
means
people are
you
not
didn't start-
holistic.
You didn't start the holistic way.
That's what I'm saying. If that's what the family starting well is part of the holistic
So
living.
even the people who are doing the pinup with them, then it means they didn't start.
Yes, or not necessarily they didn't start well, but maybe the holistic thing. They are not in the holistic thing, holistic living. Like there's some doubts they are having. There's an area that they're feeling that is well not taken care of. Yes. So that's why they have to take precaution.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't dispute that. So we've said your opinion are the two, the will and the sharing. So
Yes.
you don't agree with not sharing? That the spouse should not share? They should not share?
And that is so risky. That is, I don't see, to my opinion, it's not ideal. Because you will just enjoy those resources, then once you're gone, they're gone.
I think that is covered in the will, because in this case, you've not shared, but the will has catered for that.
Yes, such that it will only help.
In the event
It will,
that,
it will do the intended purpose when you're gone.
so the risk is you don't have a will,
But before
and you've not shared.
before even you do that, you should be helping your family with these resources before you go. You understand? So when when you have the holistic thing, then I think you will be able to. There will be no problem. If be it you share or you don't share, things will be okay. Because assuming that you started well, you married somebody that you really love,
Mhm.
somebody you feel that completes you.
Mhm.
This person is a person who, when she maybe he or she put a request, you will not, so long as it's
Hesitate.
something, of course somebody who is meant to be with you will not raise unrealistic things. They will always, their decision making will somehow mimic yours, such that when they say something, you say, oh, all right, right, hey, thank you for reminding me. Or yeah, it's something that you are just mimicking. Eh?
Mm.
You might even think that you are thinking this in the same direction. So you find that things are just flowing. Yeah. So one thing that even I can maybe tell our listeners to maybe do a test, or you may start concentrating on. Have you at some instances having thought the same thing with your wife? Yes,
Okay.
you are thinking in a certain direction.
Are you saying that is one of the tests of knowing?
It's one of the symptoms. It's not a test, it's a symptom. I'm not saying the test, it's a symptom.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into that because we'll discuss it
Yeah,
later
we'll discuss it.
when we're discussing about the process of this selection. There are a couple of books that are written about the same. There are holy books that are discussing about the same. So yes, we'll discuss much about that. But do you have something else to add on that?
I think it's just we have really said much. We've really said much. So I think we can leave it at that point. So maybe let's proceed in the next episode.
Okay, yeah. Okay. This is we are coming to an end of this, but give us your views about the discussions we've had. Your opinions really matter. Please share. We would want to listen to that again and know what your opinions are with that. So thank you so much. Stay connected. Let's meet in even the future events or the future sessions that we'll be having, or dialogues or conversation, whichever way you want to put it. Let's meet there. Let's discuss them. And then give us your views again, your opinions, your feedback on how this conversation has been. Thank you so much.
Yes, and also they can even also maybe remind us on some of the critical or the areas that are posing dilemma that they would wish maybe we can have a dialogue on,
Definitely.
so that at least they can we can help them in making some decisions on the same.
We can discuss that
Yes.
together. Any component that you feel we should be discussing about family, please just because families are very critical.
It's a very critical.
They're
It's
holistic
part of
living.
holistic living.
It's very, very critical.
It's part of it. It
So,
is part
yeah.
of holistic living.
Give us your views.
Yeah, just wind up.
Give us your views on that. Anything that you think we should be discussing about the family at large, in the context of holistic living, please give us your thoughts. Let's discuss and we'll see how we can come to an agreement on that.
Okay, me lastly, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I think something good is. I think this. I don't think. I believe. Do I believe? No.
Choice
I know.
of words.
I know.
Is also very
I know. I know that this is very important. That it's really going to help you achieve a lot, and all in all, achieve the holistic living.
If you're not sure of why that, okay, well, just give us your opinion.
Yes.
We'll pick it from there. I guess.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, we call it a wrap.
Yes.